Are you preparing for retirement? It's a time when many of us reflect on what we'll leave behind for our children, whether it's money, property, or cherished heirlooms. But what if I told you that some things are better left untouched? In fact, there are 9 crucial things you should never give to your children when you retire, according to ancient Buddhist wisdom. Passing these on could do more harm than good for both you and your loved ones. Curious to find out what they are? Keep watching to discover how you can ensure a peaceful and prosperous future for your family by avoiding these common mistakes. And trust me, the last one is especially important because 99% of people make this mistake when passing things to their children. So, what is it? Let's explore. Before we reveal these, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, "I want peace and love for me and my family." Now, let's get started with thing number 9. 9. Sentimental keepsakes. Many retirees give their children sentimental items, such as family photo albums, jewelry, or personal mementos. While these keepsakes hold great emotional value, Buddhist wisdom encourages us to reflect on the intention behind giving them. Are you passing down these items to preserve memories, or could they unintentionally carry emotional weight? Often, these items come with unspoken expectations to treasure them as you did, or to carry forward family traditions. But what if your children don't feel the same connection? Could this create emotional pressure? Instead of burdening your children with the weight of the past, consider sharing the stories behind these keepsakes while you're still here. Create new, joyful memories rather than passing down objects tied to past experiences. This allows your children to appreciate the items in a lighter, more meaningful way, free from guilt or obligation. But what about the other things you may leave behind, ones that could cause even more hidden stress? Let's explore something many parents don't realize could be a burden despite their good intentions. 8. Unfinished projects or investments. Have you started projects that you plan to hand over to your children, like a business or an investment portfolio? While these may seem like great opportunities, they often come with a complex set of challenges. Your children might not share your passion for these endeavors, and they could feel pressured to continue something they don't truly care about. Even worse, unfinished projects can create financial or emotional stress if your children aren't prepared to handle them. Could this legacy, intended to benefit them, actually become a heavy load? Before passing down any unfinished business, ensure your children are genuinely interested and capable of managing it. In some cases, it might be better to complete the project yourself or simplify things for them. Remember, the key is not just handing over material assets, but also ensuring those assets align with your children's abilities and desires. Speaking of financial challenges, what if there's something even more financially risky that parents often pass on unknowingly? Let's take a look at the next item that might surprise you. 7. Financial obligations. Another common retirement practice is passing down financial responsibilities, whether it's a mortgage, family debt, or unpaid loans. You may have worked hard to secure a comfortable retirement, but leaving your children with financial burdens can put their own stability at risk. Even a well-meaning gesture, like leaving them with your home's mortgage, could create stress. Are they ready to handle these financial obligations, or will they struggle under the pressure? Instead of passing on financial responsibilities, consider having an open discussion with your children about how they would handle these situations. Clear the financial slate if possible, or make arrangements that ensure your children won't be caught off guard by debts or obligations. Planning ahead helps them move forward confidently without the shadow of financial stress hanging over them. But what about the house itself? Surely leaving a family home behind is a cherished tradition. Could it also come with unintended burdens? Let's take a closer look at why it might not be as simple as it seems. 6. The family home. Many retirees believe leaving the family home to their children is one of the greatest gifts they can offer. After all, it's filled with memories and has been a symbol of stability for decades. But is it always a blessing? Maintaining a large family home can be expensive, and your children may not have the time or resources to manage it. What if, instead of a gift, the house becomes a burden, a financial and emotional responsibility they didn't ask for? Before you pass down the family home, consider if it's truly something your children want. They may prefer a simpler, more manageable living situation, or they may have other dreams. The Buddhist principle of non-attachment reminds us that clinging to the past can prevent new opportunities from unfolding. By letting go of the house, you might just be freeing your children to create a home of their own. But what if this emotional attachment to the home ties into something even deeper? Could there be personal beliefs or habits you're unintentionally passing down as well? Let's delve into the next point. 5. Outdated beliefs or traditions. It's common for parents to pass down traditions or ways of thinking, often without realizing it. But these beliefs may not always serve your children in today's world. From career expectations to views on relationships, outdated beliefs can create unnecessary pressure. Are your children living by standards that no longer align with their own values simply because they feel obligated to honor family traditions? Encourage your children to forge their own path, free from the weight of outdated expectations. By doing this, you're giving them the greatest gift, the freedom to live authentically. This doesn't mean abandoning family values, but rather adapting them to fit the current times and your children's evolving lives. Speaking of outdated ideas, have you considered what happens when physical possessions carry the weight of negative memories? Let's look at the next important point. 4th, family heirlooms with negative energy. Heirlooms are meant to be treasures passed from one generation to the next, but some come with negative energy. If an object is tied to painful memories, conflict, or loss, it can carry those emotional imprints forward. You may be unintentionally giving your children a reminder of family traumas rather than a positive inheritance. Could a cherished item be something your children would rather not carry? Before handing down family heirlooms, think carefully about their emotional significance. Are they associated with joy or sorrow? Consider gifting items that bring happiness and new beginnings, rather than those connected to hardship. By doing this, you pass on a legacy of love, rather than one weighed down by the past. But what about the emotional baggage that comes with unspoken expectations? Could this next point be even more impactful for your children's future? Let's explore. 3. Unrealistic expectations. One of the most invisible yet impactful things retirees can give their children is unrealistic expectations. You may want the best for them, but projecting your own unfulfilled dreams or high standards can place a heavy emotional burden. Whether it's expecting them to follow in your career footsteps or live by your ideals, are these expectations empowering them or holding them back? It's important to release these expectations and allow your children to define success on their own terms. By doing so, you give them room to grow into their true selves. The Buddhist teaching of letting go aligns perfectly here. By freeing your children from expectations, you're offering them the chance to find their own happiness. But as we talk about emotional burdens, there's one thing even more impactful that we all carry. Could this be the most crucial gift you should never pass on? Let's move to number 2. 2. Emotional baggage. Unresolved emotional baggage is one of the heaviest things we can unknowingly give to our children. Whether it's lingering regrets, old conflicts, or suppressed emotions, these can subtly transfer to the next generation. Without realizing it, your children may start carrying your emotional scars as their own. Is this fair to them? It's crucial to work through your emotional challenges before retirement, so you can pass on peace and clarity rather than pain. Buddhist teachings encourage self-reflection and emotional healing, allowing us to release the burdens of the past. By doing this, you free your children from carrying emotional weight that isn't theirs to bear. But if emotional baggage is one of the most important things to let go of, what could possibly be more important? Let's reveal the final, most crucial thing you should never give to your children. 1. Dependence. The most important thing you should never give your children is dependence. Whether it's financial, emotional, or otherwise, creating a sense of dependence can hinder their growth and independence. While supporting your children is natural, continuing to provide for them financially or emotionally after retirement can prevent them from developing their own strength and resilience. Are you giving them the tools to thrive on their own, or are you unintentionally holding them back? Buddhism teaches us the importance of self-reliance and personal responsibility. By encouraging your children to stand on their own 2 feet, you're offering them the greatest gift of all, the ability to create a life of their own making. Letting go of dependence allows them to flourish and ensures that your legacy is one of empowerment, not constraint. As you approach retirement, be mindful of the impact of what you pass on to your children. Avoid these 9 burdens and instead focus on empowering them to create their own paths. Remember, the greatest gifts are lessons of independence and peace. By letting go of attachments, you ensure a brighter future for your family. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.